forgiveness of others requires that we experience the magnitude of being forgiven. Right? Many of us struggle to offer true forgiveness from the heart because we don't regularly experience the magnitude of our forgiveness in Christ. Many of us believe that we're better than we actually are, and we struggle to minimize our own sinfulness and need for forgiveness. Right? If you find yourself bartering with God, trying to minimize how bad you really are by showing him how good you are on other days, you are not experiencing the glory of the gospel. The glory of the gospel is, it doesn't matter how much good you do, it's like trying to chip away at 164,000 year debt that you're never gonna pay back. It doesn't mean anything. It's like filthy rags. If you're bartering with the Lord over your sinfulness and your goodness, you have not tasted the scandalous mercy of Christ. Ask him. Ask him. Look full face at the sin of your heart. Don't hide your eyes from it. Don't minimize it. Don't excuse it away. Don't try to make bets with God or transactional things with God, deals with God. Look at it full on. Say, it was sin before you. Would you forgive me? Would you pour your mercy out upon me? We have to be continually reminded of the magnitude of our own debt, one we could never repay, and the abundance of God's mercy made known in Christ. This requires the work of the Spirit in our hearts. Hey, let me give you 2 litmus tests. Jesus tells another story in Luke chapter 7, really similar to this one. One of the litmus tests of are we experiencing the magnitude of our forgiveness is how quickly does your heart move to lavish everything of your life on Jesus. In Luke chapter 7, there's this story where a sinful woman comes into the house of a Pharisee when the Pharisee's hosting Jesus for dinner. She walks in, she's got this alabaster jar of perfume. She pours it out on Jesus' feet. She weeps over it. She's broken, and she washes Jesus' feet with her tears. And everybody in the room's super uncomfortable, right? Just like we would be. What's happening here? This is weird. And Jesus goes, hey, I walked into your house. You didn't even wash my feet. She hasn't stopped washing them with her tears. You didn't give me hardly anything. She gave me all she has. You know why? Because she knows how much she needed to be forgiven. And because she has been forgiven much, she loves much. How quick is your heart to weep and lavish and pour out the things that matter to you and are costly to you and are dear to you? How quick are we to throw them at the feet of Jesus and weep at his feet over the scandalous forgiveness that he's given us? That's one litmus test. Are we experiencing his mercy? The second is what we see in this parable. When you start to look at how hard is it for me to extend forgiveness to a brother or sister? How hard is it for me, right? Like, I'm not talking about the initial justice thing gets riled up in you. I'm talking about the rehearsing, the seeds of bitterness, the things that get sown in your heart over time. Watch for those, and if you find them, don't beat yourself up over them. Run to the foot of the cross, lay out before him and say, forgive me again, show me again, open my eyes again, open my heart again. Let me see before you the immeasurable debt that you paid back that I couldn't pay, so that I could have life in you. Go before him in that manner